Hello and welcome to this week's Head Teacher Roundup at Clacton Coastal Academy. That's great to be able to talk to you again and reflect on all the fantastic things that students have been doing last week. Let's start with attendance. Attendance maintained at 82%, so absolutely fantastic. Please make sure you're logging onto your lessons at 8:40 and you're engaging, taking part in the chat, asking questions, answering questions, and really engaging in the whole process of ensuring that even though we're not in the academy, you're learning, you're progressing, and you're doing your absolute best. Next week, I'm going to outline the tutor groups that have done the best in terms of their attendance and really celebrate, because some of you are on 90% attendance, which is absolutely brilliant. But as an academy, 82% is our average attendance. We need to continue to build that up. It'd be great if we could get into the 90% before we come back to school. But well done to all of you for all that you are doing. It was great on Friday to be able to drop into your lessons and see what's happening in art, in music, in maths, in science, and just to have a chat with you and just see how you and the staff are working really hard in a really challenging time to do your absolute best and maintain your level of learning, maintain your level of work. And I'm really, really pleased with all that you're doing. So it's tough going, but well done to all the students and all the staff at Clacton Coastal Academy. This week we had a slight change. We shortened the physical lesson to 45 minutes. We then introduced a 15-minute screen break, which is a time for students to engage in independent learning. Some students are doing exit tickets, some students are reflecting on their learning, other students are answering questions or doing a piece of writing to embed that knowledge that they've learnt during the lesson. And it's a really great opportunity for you to have a mixture, a more of a hybrid of your lesson, which is what would happen in the classroom. So well done to those students and staff that responded so positively to those changes in the day. What we've also done is introduced a wellbeing hour, and this has been an absolute revelation. On Friday, I joined in to see the quiz with 81 students and families joining in to Miss Millard's quiz. Absolutely brilliant. So well done to that, well done to Miss Millard. And that was lovely to see, because that's what wellbeing is. It's you with your families, with the staff, engaging in something that's very different to school, but it's all about education. It's all about mental health and well-being. And well done to all those students. A particular well done to Natasha in Year 10, who is raising money for Macmillan Cancer Charity. And what Natasha is doing is she's walking 100 miles during Wellbeing Hour to raise money. She's got her own crowdfunding page, so please go to that and we can raise money with Natasha. And fantastic that somebody is taking the opportunity in Wellbeing Hour to go and do something healthy, do something to improve fitness, but also to raise money for other people. And I know there's other students doing that as well, so please do let me know if you've got any initiatives that suddenly you've started during Wellbeing Hour and it's having a really positive effect, not only on yourself, but also on other people. So well done to Natasha, absolutely brilliant, really, really impressed with what you're doing. Equally, the students that are engaged in listening to music, watching films, the amount of students that are now taking part in fitness activities, it's really great to see. So please make sure your form tutor knows what you're doing. Share with them some of the photos of you potentially reading in different places, or taking your dog out for a walk, or just something that actually during Wellbeing Hour you're doing something completely different to support yourself and to support your learning. But thank you to the positive comments from staff, from students and from parents about all we're trying to do to not only support your son and daughter's learning, but also the well-being at this really challenging time. This week is Children's Mental Health and Wellbeing Week, and it's fantastic that as an academy we can support students in this way. Mrs. Cooper, who is one of our counsellors in the academy, she raised money last week for the charity that is funding Children's Mental Health and Wellbeing Week, and to do that she ran, walked, and I believe at some point crawled. I'm sure she just ran 31 miles to raise charity. So well done to Mrs. Cooper for doing that. And this week, through your assemblies, your heads of year, your achievement directors will be sharing information from you. There'll also be information on the website as well as on the newsletter and throughout social media. We'll be finding lots of ways to give you different ways, different tips of supporting your mental health and well-being. And if you ever need someone to talk to, then always turn to your form tutor. and ensure that they are there supporting you as much as they can. So information about that will be coming out during your assemblies this week. Okay, let's get to the shout outs. First off, we're going to start in year 8 with Brooke Benson. Well done, Brooke. You got a massive shout out from Science for your amazing and incredible attitude to learning, the way you've undertaken all of your online lessons, your effort and your enthusiasm. It's been a pleasure teaching Brooke this term, and I'm sure she will continue to thrive and make progress in science during her time at CCA. And that's from the science department, Brooke. So absolutely well done. Next in year 8 to Matthew Day in 8Y1. He's used his self-set targets to improve his choreography skills, developed his understanding of dynamics, and that's from Mrs. Greenwood. So well done to Matthew, absolutely fantastic, keep up the good work. And next into Siam with Mr. Ellis Peckham, and that's for Bradley Marshall and Hope Pengelly. Well done to Hope, well done to Bradley, wonderful answers, sharing their own knowledge in the chat, learning about food chains, interdependence in science, and excellent questions asked as well. So well done to you two. Now into year 9 with Lola. Lots of excellent work, Lola, in IT, so well done. Completed your work, and a real credit to the year group. Then into 9Y Maths and 9X Maths, so that's 9Y1 and 9X1, producing and working at GCSE grade 4 and 5 material, not only understanding it, completing the work, consistently able to answer the answers at that grade, and showing real engagement and effort in those lessons. So that's from Mr. Pullum. So absolutely fantastic work to 9Y1 and 9X1. And then for Mr. Davenport, your achievement director, we just wanted to say year 9, you've been an absolute credit to the Academy. Your families, yourself, the way you've worked, your tenacity and diligence towards virtual learning, as well as the pastoral care of yourselves and others, has been a real credit. It's been a challenge to you, but the way you've adapted has been brilliant. So wow, a massive thank you and well done to year 9 from Mr. Davenport. And then into year 10 to Harry Callahan for all of his work during his in-school lessons. So Harry is part of our in-school provision at the moment. The way he's worked and the way that Jamie Funnell has worked has been absolutely brilliant. Logging on, engaged, focus, whatever is happening, you two are really doing well in the Academy. So well done to both of you. And then next, moving to the 6th form. Okay, so bear with me. A long list of names, and this is for their superb attendance during lockdown. So we have Christine, Summer, Kira B, Theo, Emily, Abby, Michael, Sean, Faith, Taylor, Rebecca, Mackenzie, Adam, Rebecca, Martin, Paul, Bailey, for your brilliant attendance. We will put your full names in the newsletter so you'll know who you are, but you'll know whether you've been there, engaged every day and doing your best, then that's for you in the 6th form, so well done. Next week, we're going to talk about the 6th form taster sessions, which will be starting, so that should be a real interest to year 11 students as we start to look at what you're going to do in your next step. I've completed the Ofqual consultation document and sent that off to the DFE, which gives the information that we wanted to share with the DFE around ensuring that you guys in year 11 and in year 13 get the correct grades that match your attitude, your level of engagement and your level of outcome in your work since you joined Clacton Coastal Academy. So we will find out in a couple of weeks what happens about that. Thank you to all the year 11s that joined in the assembly this week. Remember, those questions are permanently open, so if you've got a question in year 11 that you want to ask me or want to ask any of the staff in the school, fill in the Google form and we will update you during our assemblies. This week, assemblies for every year group, so please make sure you're there, make sure you're tuned in, keep working well. Really proud of each and every one of you. You're doing amazing work and keep it going.